and good afternoon everyone, and welcome on back to the channel. We are listening today to some Alice Cooper. We are listening to the ballad, or not the ballad, it's just a ballad of Dwight Fry. But I'm putting the in front of it because I think it needs an article. Anyways, this is off of the album Love It to Death, which was released in 1971. A lot of you had suggested this this particular track, such as Hap Maury, Public Animal Number 9, SBK Design, Donald Shaw, JGSR, or S Rhythm, Todd Knott, Rhiannon, the list goes on from there, Cobra, and then Jay Woodbury, Bob Miser. Listen, I see all of you. Spasm Dam, all of you. Thank you so much for the suggestion. We've listened to 2 albums now from Alice Cooper, and it's time to go ahead and listen to a little bit more here. Just a sampling, just a taste, just a bite and a morsel. So let's go ahead and do that with Ballad of Dwight Fry. Here we go, guys.
14 days I could have been gone for.
I love how that transition happens into the chorus. This sound is kind of grungy, isn't it? Woo! That was awesome. That was such a good track. Where to even begin? Let me start with Alice himself. The range, the performance that he has with his voice, the delivery, playing so many different emotions, so many different facets and, in a sense, personalities, but keeping it all in this really, really nice, multifaceted package. From his singing voice into his, which has a little bit of a, not spooky, but a little bit of a rough texture to it. And within the same lines, he'll smooth it immediately into something very soothing. And then, of course, what I would say is probably the piece de resistance. Like the middle ground there, or the middle piece is that, the centerpiece, is that part where he's breaking down. I gotta get out, I gotta get out. And the way that he's shrieking and screaming that out is so almost scarily well delivered that you can't help but get like goosebumps when he goes into that section, especially with that menacing guitar line that keeps on reappearing. Wow, wow. Doing it completely wrong, but wow, wow, wow. It sounds very alarming, very distressing, which definitely adds into this mental breakdown kind of mood that we've been set in here. That is awesome. Just how well sounding that is and well structured that is. And the way that the music and the lyrics work together. So, for example, nearing the end of the track where things kind of quiet down for a brief moment, and there's almost a semblance of peace in the last verse when he says, I grabbed my hat and I got my coat, I ran into the street, like he's leaving. But that music begins to menacingly rear its ugly head again because he starts to hear the sirens and he realizes he's not free. And it's just a wonderful way that the music has captured this imprisonment to the hope of release into maybe you're not quite free just yet kind of thing, And the whole story, all the music is wonderfully set up in the beginning with the child's voice asking, where's daddy? When's he coming home? Also featuring a little bit of a magic xylophone or vibraphone or whatever. Kind of sounds music box-ish, which kind of puts me into like a child's mentality or a playroom. And you have little sparks of that throughout the music as well. So you don't have it that sound in full as you did in the beginning alongside the child speaking. But I do like how it's kind of strewn and pinch salt throughout because it kind of puts you in the mindset of, this guy just wants to go home and see his kids, as he mentions at one point. So that musical cue is still there to, in a sense, remind the character, like, I want to go home to see my kids kind of thing. That's awesome. I was gone for 14 days. I could have been gone more. Held up in the intensive care ward, lying on the floor. I was gone for all those days, but I was not alone. But I was not all alone. I made friends with a lot of people in the danger zone. So a little bit of one flew over the cuckoo's nest kind of thing here. See my lonely life unfold. I see it every day. See my lonely mind explode since I've gone away. I think I've lost some weight there, and I am sure I need some rest. Sleeping don't come very easy in a straight white vest. Sure, I'd like to see that little children. She's only 4 years old. I'd give her back all the playthings, even the ones I stole. I want to get out of here. I want to get out of here. Got to get out of here. And I like how fast he eventually rambles and rolls into just this quick breakneck delivery there. And then, of course, the ending, I grabbed my hat, grabbed my coat, and I ran into the street. I saw a man that was choking there. I guess he couldn't breathe. Said to myself, this is very strange. I'm glad it wasn't me. But now I hear those sirens calling, and so I am not free. I didn't want to be. I didn't want to be. So here's what I think. I think he got released because he grabs his coat and his hat. He wouldn't be able to grab his things and leave if they were keeping him. And he just happens to witness an incident happening on the street where someone's choking. And of course, the ambulance was called, and the ambulance is coming to pick up the person that was choking, right? But he hears the ambulance and he's thinking, they're coming for me. So he still has this paranoia about him, like, am I really free? And I think that that's kind of affecting his mindset at that particular point. Anyways, that's some good stuff, though. That's some good stuff. Let me know what you guys thought of the track. You can let me know that in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for the suggestion, for the recommendation. Of course, if you'd like, you can follow me in a few places that are here on the screen. You can support the channel on Patreon for as little as $2 a month. You don't have to. It just helps me in what I do. Otherwise, please enjoy the rest of your day. Come on back tomorrow, and I'll see you all then, guys. Bye.